A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Escapes the pocket. On the run, heaving it back across the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Third down from the gun. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To throw here on 1st down. Getting out to his left. Hauled in left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. And it's the Panthers who have it 2nd and 9. Back to throw now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 1-score game before halftime. That's up and through for the point after. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Broke through the tackle. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 a multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he's stopped. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll try and throw it here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Second and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings grow their lead to 8. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Completed to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. A give now from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. It's his running back. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard.
41, Panthers 27.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. Oh, the football's loose. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you, right? That's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now, following the turnover. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Trying for the deep ball. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
That one way too far up there. They can't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Breaks through, and he might break away. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. It's inside the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Dropping back to throw. On the move, headed right. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers get it back to a 14-point game.
Panthers 34.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings close to picking up their 5th win. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That Play good for 17 on a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. So it's a win for the Vikings. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.